our first repeat winner of the year. NASCAR quick to throw a yellow flag. A lot to digest after this Phoenix race, so let's talk about it. Kyle Larson started on pole. It looked like it was going to be a Hendrick day again. Being a Hendrick guy, I'm not really upset that Hendrick looked like they were going to dominate. I want at least some good racing. Fortunately, I was busy, so I didn't get to actually watch the race. I more listened to the MRN broadcast of the race. And yeah, if you're not a Hendrick fan, today was not your day. Byron won stage 1. Larson won stage 2. This top 10 looks very different compared to what it was with 25 laps to go, 20-ish. So we have our first repeat winner of the year, William Byron, winning this race. Ryan Blaney took 4. I will explain how he moved up. Amazing race by Tyler Reddick. That's a huge shout out there after starting the first 2 races dead last. Kyle Larson, man, that ending. But I want to say the big loser of the day, the 4 car who finished 5th. Poor Harvick. He was screwed. He was screwed big time by NASCAR, in my opinion. But yeah, Christopher Bell 6th, Chase Briscoe 7th, Kyle Busch showing how fast RCR can be. And then we finished with Hendrick, Alex Bowman. And congrats to Josh Berry. The one time I actually turned on the Fox broadcast, he was like 22nd. Way to get a top 10 in his second start subbing for Chase. So, how does odd running order got to be? Well, stage 1, Kyle Larson started on pole, and William Byron took the lead and led 62 laps. I read he was pretty much gonna win. He won what? Both stages at Vegas, won the race, and then so that was 4 stages in a row. He's technically won. That man's on a roll. Watch out for the 24. I think he's actually going to be someone to fight with if Hendrick can stay consistent. We have seen them start out hot and finish barely getting by. Second stage, we had 1 caution. All my Eric Almirola fans, rough day. So green flag pit stops were happening. The 10 team does unfortunately not get the lug nut tight enough that it comes off, which in turn the wheel comes off of the 10 car on track. He hits the wall, ending his day. Almirola did end up finishing 31st, so he passes 2 guys, but like that damage, his race was over. Gotta feel bad. Almirola was gonna retire, comes back and comes home 33rd today. Yikes. That was the first main yellow to happen. Then we running green flag running until the end of stage 2. Kyle Larson wins the second stage. But at the end of the second stage, there's someone that's a lot faster than Kyle Larson. Kevin Harvick. With about 43-ish laps to go. Remember, I was listening to MRN before they decided to apparently start doing the Xfinity race from yesterday. That was weird. That was weird. They went to the commercial with like 30 to go. Understand, TV commercials suck watching it live. But if you're watching the radio broadcast, I'm going on a rant. More commercials. That was god awful to listen to. It was weird. They went commercial and they're like, oh, pre-race for whatever the sponsor of yesterday's race was, 200. I'm like, this is 312. And they were talking about Justin Allgaier. I was so confused. So then I flipped over to Fox. I love Fox's little bracket thing that they... Oh, gotta be careful of hand movement. Their little graphic underneath the lap counter that shows you the laps that earned caution. Okay, I've trailed off. But yeah, about 43-ish laps to go. Harvick retakes the lead, or takes the lead. It was Byron. Ross Chastain led a few laps, not a lot. And Kyle Larson were the only leaders up until Harvick took the lead. And Harvick, hands down, was the fastest car on track. Then, with about 10 to go, unfortunately, Harrison Burton, I didn't catch how he spun, but he spun on the front straightaway. And Clint Boyer even said that was a quick caution because Harrison got going again. Like, I was in a store, I had my earbud in, but like my phone was down as I was looking for stuff, so I didn't really pay attention since I was door dashing. But yeah, all I heard was Clint go, "That's a quick yellow." NASCAR apparently they wanted to throw the yellow and spice things up. Unfortunately, Harvick got screwed. So Byron got 2 tires. Larson got 2 tires. I know Denny Hamlin got 2 tires. I don't remember the rest of the drivers that took 2. There were like 6 drivers that took 2 tires. So Kevin Harvick was starting 7th. So we restart with about 3 laps to go. I don't know why it took so long to clear up a caution from lap 10. But then madness ensues. You have guys with 2 tires up front and guys with 4 fresh tires. Harvick attempted a move to move on up. He either had the choice of door slamming Denny Hamlin since he was in the middle, or running the back of Chastain. Harvick lifts, boxing himself in, but behind them, madness ensues as Ty Gibbs, for some odd reason, was in the wall. I never really elaborated on what caused him to be in the wall. And AJ Allmendinger and Noah Gragson get into each other with AJ spinning. NASCAR again was very quick on that trigger to throw the yellow, setting up a green-white checker finish with William Byron and Kyle Larson on the front row. Somewhat clean start. Ryan Blaney was 3rd. Larson had the inside since he was the leader. He got loose on the entry of turn 2, running him and Byron up. Reddick was hard charging, trying to push Byron through. Blaney was looking to the inside of Larson. They're going 3 wide. The push from Reddick pushed Byron to the lead. He said sayonara. He goes on to win. But it was chaos with drivers flocking all over the place. Notable drivers who did not finish in the top 10. So as I said earlier, Eric Almirola, 33rd. Rip to him. He looked decent. 28th to Ty Gibbs. 29th to Noah Gragson. Austin Cindric, last year's 500 runner. 25th in the 2. Chastain taking 2 tires, finished 24th. Denny Hamlin also slips to 23rd. Daniel Suarez, 22nd. The dinger who caused the green-white checkered manages to come back and finish 20th after getting 4 fresh tires. Ricky Stenhouse, 19th. Got to keep an eye on him since playoff implications later. Brad Keselowski, 18th. Truex finished 17th. Austin Dillon finished 16th. Double Kyle Busch's spots. I think Richard Childers might want to look at that. Chris Buescher, 15th. Bubba Wallace, 14th. Michael McDowell, impressive 13th. Ryan Preece brings home the 41 and 12th. And Joey Logano, 11th. So a mixed bag of results, if you're asking me. If I'm Ricky Stenhouse Jr., that's kind of worrying, knowing, hey, this is the championship, since they should already be in playoff mode since they won the 500. Yeah, Byron, with this win today, pretty much guaranteed he's in the playoffs. I don't see us getting 16 different winners before the 16 multiple winners before the end of the season. Byron's win today pretty much locks him into the chase. Unfortunately, that's all I got to talk about. I didn't get to watch the race in fully to break it down, talk about like how bad Fox was. MRN, I get it's radio, but God, the commercials every 15, not great. Actually, I think it was like every 10 minutes was a commercial, not 15. But moving aside, I hopefully will be able to watch Atlanta in its entirety next week. Super Speedway racing on a mile and a half. Let's see how that goes again. But give us a thumbs up if you made it this far. Subscribe if you're new. Check me out on Twitch. We'll be live talking about this race. Come and support my man Newman, who's probably very upset with the Hendrick not winning. I got a message from him that were a 4-letter word, and I feel bad for him. So come hang out. Come cheer up Newman, who needs it after watching his driver not win. But I will catch you all later. Have a great one. Peace.